Greetings, wizards, and welcome to Exploding Flamingo's How to Quest. Spelltacular is a game with very relaxed, free-form rules. This makes it easy to learn and jump into, but makes it hard for written rules to give you a really clear image of gameplay. So, while the rulebook will give you the detailed information, we're going to show you what it's like to play Spelltacular. The idea of Spelltacular is that you are wizards in the magical world of Questland. Armed with powerful spells, you'll save or doom the kingdom with your magical antics. One player, the narrator, will give you a quest to complete. Then the rest of the players, the wizards, will work together to complete the quest in the most awesome way possible. Completing quests is usually fairly easy, but the question is, how stylishly can you do it? Are you going to conjure a giant ladder to get the cat out of the tree? Or are you going to give the tree intelligence and then summon an army of vampire samurai cats to demand that the tree let their friend down? Now these blue and red backed cards are your spell cards, which represent what the wizards can do. These might allow you to make a creature larger, let someone fly, or conjure Abraham Lincoln. These yellow and blue cards are the quest cards. These are comprised of two parts: the scenario description, which will tell you where you are and what's going on, and the objective, which tells you what you need to do. Note that you only need to do exactly what the objective says, not what the intent might seem like based on the scenario. So if the objective says you need to get someone across the street and it doesn't say you need to get them there alive? Now, on to playing the game. First, the wizards draw a number of cards based on how many of them there are, and put them face up on the table, then read them aloud. Then, the elected narrator will look at the top 3 cards of the quest deck, choose one, and read it aloud. Now, with the quest laid out before them, the wizards must come up with a plan. And that is where the magic takes place. Alright, draw your cards.
Alright, I'll grab my 6. I've got Cartoon Violence. Conjure a 2-ton iron anvil. Remember, you can conjure things anywhere you can see, like in midair. Gettysburg Address. Conjure Abraham Lincoln. He is your ally. Vampirize. Target creature becomes a vampire. It gains vampire powers and a weakness to tanning. Animate Thing. Target object comes to life as an allied creature. It can move and do stuff. Divinity. Target creature gains angel wings and a fiery sword. It's super effective against demons and undead. And Moldstone. Reshape up to 10,000 cubic feet of minerals you can see into a shape of your choice. You can't make anything with moving parts.
Alright, I have Cloning Facility. Conjure 10 copies of target creature. They feel the same way about you as the original.
We should conjure 10 Abraham Lincolns.
We should. Super Time. Target creature gains super strength and can fly. Epic Mount. Target creature is now riding an allied Pegasus, Griffin, or Dinosaur. Exploding Pink Flamingos. Conjure a dozen allied exploding pink flamingos. Conjure Celebrity. Conjure any living person that anyone playing has heard of. That person is your ally. Feline Magnetism. Cover target creature or object in kittens.
Okay, so what are we gonna do?
Your quest, should you choose to accept it, is to drag a dwarf.
I choose not to accept.
That's too bad. A paraplegic dwarf, the fantasy kind, wants to climb Mount Big Frost. The mountain is 10 miles high and covered in evil snowmen. Objective: get the dwarf to the top of the mountain.
Alright, so we have our resources. Easy way to do it is
going
Epic
to-
Mount.
But we're going to do it in a better way.
Yes.
We're going to summon Abraham Lincoln.
Naturally.
We are going
I see
to...
no other choice.
We are going to conjure a 2-ton anvil above the head of one of the biggest snow monsters. Lincoln now has angel wings and a fiery sword. He's also a vampire, because. Also, he's super time.
Definitely. Abraham Lincoln is going to get so buffed out.
The greatest of Abraham Lincolns.
Yes.
And now he's going to get an epic mount. So even though he can fly, he's also going to be riding
You know,
a pterodactyl.
we need someone to narrate this. I say we conjure Morgan Freeman.
You're right. Morgan Freeman will narrate the whole thing. And
You know what's better than that?
What?
We then clone Abraham Lincoln.
So there's 10 divine vampire super Abraham Lincolns, and the original one is riding a pterodactyl.
Carrying this dwarf,
Yes.
all of which is narrated by Morgan Freeman.
Yes.
I consider this to be brilliant and will award you Spelltacular.
Awesome.
Huzzah!
It's the Morgan Freeman, wasn't it? That's what did it.
It was. As you can see, the actual process of casting spells and completing quests is a very simple one. It's up to you, and there aren't particular rules of conduct. There is one last stage of the game, however. After the wizards have announced their plan of action, the narrator will rank their solution on a scale from fail, meh, good, all the way up to spelltacular. The points are really just what you make of them. A team can try to gather as many points as they can over a number of rounds, or perhaps you have two teams competing for the most points. However, for the most part, everything's made up and the points don't matter. What you really get from Spelltacular is the stories. I've seen over 100 rounds of Spelltacular, and I'm constantly surprised by how almost every round is a solution I've never seen before. The game refuses to get old for us, and we designed the game. The amount of entertainment people get out of Spelltacular is endless, so we hope you'll give it a shot and come up with some Spelltacular stories of your own.